Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is August 25th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. Lots going on. You can see the monsoon moisture is in place across much of the west coast of North America. This next bit of energy, though, this upper level low is going to be a huge determining factor on just exactly what kind of weather we get here in the Pacific Northwest over the next few days. We're going to dive into that in some detail here as we go through this morning. Looking at the wider view of things here, we have some thunderstorm activity here just across some of the Willamette Valley creeping back down towards southwest Oregon. Again, with that monsoon moisture, models not doing a great job on picking up just exactly where that is going to be occurring, but that tends to be the case. And it's always why I'm skeptical here of the placement of some of this convection when we bring monsoon moisture back up over the region. And this is going to be an ongoing theme here over the next couple of days. Still some model disagreement, but we'll try to break that down and decipher it the best we can as we go through the video here this morning. Now, taking a closer look, again, you can see that activity kind of bubbling up there across portions of the I-5 corridor now there towards Eugene. There's Salem right there just off to the east. And some of this could continue trying to creep out towards the Portland metro here as we go through the late morning hours. But you can also see that monsoon moisture, some nice cloudscapes out there this morning across some of the I-90 corridor, mostly sunny skies across North Cascades and British Columbia, but you can also see the marine there pushing up towards Quileute, Hoquiam, Astoria, socked in, Tillamook, much of the Oregon coast socked in here as well. Now, take a look at the fire smoke. I wanted to point out the Bear Gulch fire did not get extinguished by that atmospheric river. It's still producing smoke out there. We're still getting fires producing smoke across Oregon, Idaho, even Vancouver Island, kind of hazy skies out there when I brought the drone up. So yeah, expect that over the next few days as well. Hopefully we can start to get back into fall and start to extinguish some of these fires here because it looked kind of nasty yesterday. Now, Seattle, Tacoma, still dealing with the extreme heat warning here for today and probably again for tomorrow. Red flag warnings across a lot of the Cascades as well. Heat advisories elsewhere, still some dense fog advisories on the flip side of things for the coastal areas all the way down through the Oregon coast. And this is the red flag warning here for the Cascades of Washington. There's Stevens Pass. It goes a bit further south than that as well. Leavenworth right there. You can see Washington Pass, Winthrop, and Mount Baker are included. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Increasing chances, hot, dry, unstable atmosphere, potential for rapid fire growth. Gusty winds near those thunderstorms will not help and probably aid to that spread of some of those fires that do get started. So also for Boise, Idaho Panhandle, Western Montana, slow moving storms as we go through this upcoming week, particularly Tuesday through Thursday. Missoula also pointing towards that fact. If you're off across some of the backcountry there, pay attention to that surge of monsoon moisture across the region, particularly Wednesday and Thursday, the bit further north you get. So isolated dry thunderstorms. We made the Storm Prediction Center here. They're calling this out here for today and for tomorrow. This just means that thunderstorms are producing some dangerous lightning and potentially not going to be extinguished by the precipitation that these storms are producing. Now, Seattle hit its sixth 90-degree day of the year. Nice if you like the hot weather. Portland did cool down a little bit here, 95, but we had back-to-back 100-degree days. And again, that was the latest back-to-back 100-degree days ever for Portland International Airport on the 22nd and the 23rd, but probably not headed back there, at least for this event at least. Now, European on the left versus GFS on the right. So this is what everybody wants to know about. What is going to happen as we go through this upcoming week? So here goes that upper level approaching the coastline. And the GFS, I'm just going to tell you straight up, the artificial intelligence agrees more with the GFS here. The European keeps this low a bit further north, which would cut off the instability further west of the Cascades much sooner than if this sets up a bit further south on what the GFS is showing. So we got a pretty good model battle coming up here between the artificial intelligence and the GFS. It wants to keep this further south, and the European that brings it a bit further north. Now, if we take a look at the North American model, it's somewhere right in between the European and the GFS. So it's not providing much help, but it is showing it a little bit further south than what the European was showing at 84 hours. Anyway, hour 84. This is about Thursday afternoon. And again, the GFS is here on the right. So now, knowing that the artificial intelligence and the GFS are in pretty good agreement, what would happen? Well, this is that monsoon moisture here across much of the west coast. And we start to scroll off in towards Wednesday morning. See how this starts to get shunted off to the north and west across western Washington towards southwest BC. Pretty good model agreement. You can kind of see that take place. The upper level low, the position of this is going to mean everything as far as lightning activity west of the Cascades. So we scroll on in through Friday, and this may bring another round, both shown in the GFS and the artificial intelligence as we go through late Friday night and on in through the day on Saturday. So something interesting, as always, to look forward to. We also have the high resolution model starting to come into range here, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. But Portland International also showing this. This is Wednesday afternoon. This is 10,000 feet. This could be elevated, but a nice slice of cape there in the upper levels of the atmosphere, showing that instability potential as we go on into the day, Wednesday especially. Now, North American model, 3 kilometer resolution, composite reflectivity. So as we scroll through the day today, again, Oregon, Washington, Cascades, potentially getting some thunderstorm activity. But look as we go through tonight into tomorrow morning, see some of that bubbling out across some of the Portland metro. Got to watch out for some surprise thunderstorms there. And you can kind of see the general motion of this moisture being brought back up across the region, similar to what the GFS and the artificial intelligence are showing. I mean, look at this. As you go through the day on Wednesday, this is probably going to have some lightning potential with it as it continues to move northbound across some of northwest Oregon, up towards Olympia, Tacoma, and eventually Seattle by Wednesday afternoon. So we really got to watch out for that. And you can see the thunderstorms starting to blossom up across the Washington Cascades towards British Columbia, eastern Washington, Ephrata, Tri-Cities, maybe Yakima, Ellensburg, who knows. And eastern Oregon continues to just get blasted by these thunderstorms on a daily basis. Now, looking at the high resolution rapid refresh, what I want to show you here is at the end of the run. See that moving out across northwest Oregon right at the end of the run there? That is kind of the indicator that its convection will indeed be moving west of the Cascades and eventually may track northbound across western Washington. So some model agreement there with the high resolution stuff. Now, looking at total precipitation in inches on the artificial intelligence and the GFS, there goes that initial band of convection potentially as we go through the day Wednesday, and we go through Thursday morning here. Then the secondary band moves up across the area. So you can kind of see some agreement there, but of course, the amounts are going to differ in this time frame. But yeah, we have some precipitation likely incoming here as we go through this upcoming week for many areas. And again, depending on just exactly where this axis sets up, it could be a bit further south, a bit further north. We'll see how that goes. Got a lot to watch here over the next couple of days. So excessive rainfall outlook across some of the Oregon Cascades today. And actually, let me back that up again here because, nope, there it was. So we're going to put that there and we can look at day 1 and then we go to day 2 right there. And you can kind of see it does include portions of Idaho and Montana. This may be included across further areas north as we go through the next couple of days as well. But yeah, watch out for that excessive rainfall potential, especially near burn scar areas. Now, this is for today, Monday, August 25th. There's Seattle, probably upper 80s. I don't think we're going to get to 90 here for a third straight day. Portland, probably again in the mid-90s. Willamette Valley, very warm again. Medford, 103, probably 100 degrees there or so. Tri-Cities, Yakima, very close. Also, probably, and Moses Lake getting up towards 100 also. There's Bend, Oregon. You look out towards Boise, 91 degrees. And some low 90s up into southwest BC, Vancouver Island, that mid-90s there as well. As the heat continues to kind of bake the region, unless you're right along the immediate coastal areas where you're fairly well socked in this morning. Now, here's the next few days. The GFS, that's today, tomorrow. There's Wednesday. We're going to have that cloud cover moving back across the region, stirring things up. And we are going to drop off those temperatures. We're going to be done with the big heat, at least for the time being. Still see some warm days out there, though. Some of the models showing a ridge rebuilding over the area as we go through early September, but we're not going to get too caught up in that just yet. Now, looking at the artificial intelligence extended forecast. So we scroll through here, and again, there's that upper level low. That the placement of that low is going to have big implications, like I mentioned in detail today. That upper level was right across the region on last night's run, and we kind of build in this ridge again here that would warm us up as we go through early September, but then we got some troughs kind of throwing haymakers at us as we go through the extended forecast. Who knows about that? We'll continue to watch on a daily basis. 6 to 10 day, got the above normal and still the above normal precipitation coming up as we go through early September. We'll see how that goes. We'll break it down for you. And I'm going to put my daily updates here. Monsoon thunderstorms coming, for example. I put this one out yesterday. I'll probably try to do the updates here. I throw these out maybe once a day, sometimes depending on what is going on. But I'll do this on the Patreon page. The link is down below. It's free to sign up and watch this. It's also a great way to donate your hard-earned money and help support the channel. The Patreon page is lets the creators keep more of what you are donating. It's somewhere around 70% for YouTube, and it's about 90%, 89% for the Patreon page. So consider that. But yeah, anyway, I'll get this video out here. I may do, once this convection starts to get a little bit better agreement here, moving out west, I may do multiple briefings, or I'll do some live streams coming up. But yeah, what else? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, beat the heat out there, and you guys know the drill. Watch out for the fire starts across the higher terrain. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.